Why is API rate limiting crucial for consuming external services? Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water, but the tap keeps pouring in too fast. Eventually, the bucket overflows or the tap gets shut off. That's similar to what happens when too many requests flood an external service. When developers build applications that relying on external application programming interfaces, or APIs, they need a way to control how many requests they send. That's where API rate limiting comes into play. It's a way to set a cap on the number of requests a client can make within a certain time frame, like 100 requests per minute. If the limit is exceeded, the API responds with an error message saying the limit has been reached. This helps prevent any one user or application from hogging all the resources. From a back-end development point of view, rate limiting is super important for keeping things running smoothly. It stops the external API and its servers from getting overwhelmed, which could slow down or even crash the service. It's also a security tool because it helps protect against attacks like denial of service attacks, where bad actors flood the server with requests to make it stop working. Rate limiting makes sure that everyone gets a fair shot at using the API, so no one can monopolize the resources. It also keeps response times predictable, so users don't experience slowdowns or timeouts. Plus, it acts as a safety net if a client application has bugs or misconfigurations that cause it to send too many requests by mistake. Implementing rate limiting isn't just about setting a limit and forgetting it. Developers need to find the right balance, being strict enough to protect the service but not so strict that real users get blocked. Common strategies include fixed windows, where limits reset after a set time, sliding windows that adjust based on recent activity, and token buckets that allow a certain number of requests before needing to refill. Clear communication with API users about what the limits are and how to handle errors is also key. When working with external APIs, developers should always check the documentation to understand the specific rate limits. They should build in retry mechanisms and back-off strategies to handle hitting those limits gracefully. Monitoring usage helps catch issues early, and using techniques like caching or batching requests can cut down on the number of calls needed. In the end, API rate limiting is a vital part of maintaining the health and security of external services. It helps ensure that APIs stay responsive and available for everyone. For back-end developers, respecting these limits and designing applications accordingly is essential for creating reliable, scalable integrations.